All right, everybody, welcome back. So this time we are going to build yet another labyrinth. That's right, we're going to build another labyrinth to include with our current labyrinth. Now, if you remember last time, we actually had a few errors whenever we went to spawn our labyrinth. I kind of looked into them a little bit. One of them I corrected. The first one was with our key, in which case I just forgot my capital letter. Down here, these other ones are because I did not put any matlock defs inside of my actual labyrinth depth. So down here, because I left this list empty, now I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna put a check in there that will eliminate that error. But basically, it's because I didn't have anything in here, and I told it to use rooms by saying is filled. Now I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna safeguard that in the future. So that's gonna be in a future update, ladies and gentlemen. But I just wanted to let you know what the problem was. So let's go ahead and get started. So next thing that we want to do with this is that we are going to take this labyrinth and we're going to make another labyrinth. Let's go ahead and make these labyrinths look pretty much identical. So best way to make an identical labyrinth is to do a little copy paste coding. There we go. Boom, boom. And then now we have to unique it up a little bit. So we're going to call this B. That's right. Okay, so what we're going to do with B is that we're going to make B a linked labyrinth to A. So I'm going to copy B's name. I'm going to put it inside of A's linked labyrinth def names. Boom. So now you can see that this is linked to labyrinth B. And now I'm going to come up here to the top and I'm going to say is linked. I'm going to put it as true. Now what this does is that this will now use this labyrinth as the main labyrinth. It will spawn the map and everything as defined by this labyrinth. Down here for this one, this labyrinth is going to be the non-main. This is going to be the linked labyrinth, which means that the map size, all this information, well, most of this information doesn't matter, right? For the most part, this means that that it's going to use the map and everything from the first one, right? So even if you link it again, it's going to ignore the is linked bit here, right? So basically, when the labyrinth that's in the linked list cannot be linked to other labyrinths. If that makes any sense. Okay, anyway, so now that these are both on the same map, we have to make sure that they can both fit on the same map. If I come back, here's another instance of the desert temple that we did before. You can see that this time it actually spawned a little bit different. I was just kind of playing around with it. What we want to do is that we want to be able to fit 2 of these on this map. If you look at how this thing spawned, so I'm going to bring up my debug inspector. All right. And right there, right there. Okay, so you can see that this is the point 2525. Oh, I guess I don't have my... There we are. All right, so this is the point 2525. If I can find the damn thing, there we go. And then it went out 50. And then up 50. So this is the lot that my thing is actually spawned on. There, bam. So what we're gonna do is that you can see that this is a little bit too big to do another one. So what I can do is I might actually expand the map and move this over to the side. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So this is going to, of course, be 50. This whole map is 100, so that's half of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to my labyrinth A, and this is the labyrinth that's going to set the map size. I'm going to put the map size up to 120. And then for labyrinth A, let me minimize my labyrinth B. So for labyrinth A, I'm also going to change the rectangle. So for the rectangle origin, I want this to be all the way over at, let's put this at 5 in the X, and we'll put it to 25. Actually, let's leave it at 25 in the Y. And then for the size, we're going to leave it as 50 by 50. Okay. Now down here for this other labyrinth, this time we're going to shift it over, right? So we're still going to put it up on a y value or a z value of 25, right? But now we're going to shift it over. So the first one started at 5 and it went 50 across, so we're at 55, right? And then we have 120 total. So let's go ahead and put this one over at yeah, what's a good one? Shit, I'll just do it at 100. Oh no, not 100. Jesus Christ. Holy crap, I can't math right now, y'all. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So we'll go ahead and put this at 75. No. 50. So we go 55, and then I want a gap. So yeah, we'll put it at 60. Whatever. Not that important. Once again, we can also kind of play it out by ear, kind of feel it out. All right. And then also just to kind of show y'all some of the functionality, let me come down here and I'm going to set this second temple not to be exact identical. I'm going to go ahead and put this one as being filled false, just so you can see what it looks like when it's not filled. And yeah, that's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and save that and let's see what it has complaints about. So now we're going to go ahead and switch back over. I'm going to restart our RimWorld. All right. Okay, and we're back. All right, so right here, let's go ahead and I'm going to do it through the scene part. It's still going to give me the error about the rooms. I guess I can also. I'm also going to test it through the key to see if that error has been squashed too. All right, come in. It's a very exciting part. My dog he has a hard time containing himself. All right, so right here, yeah, it's complaining that we don't have my encounters up. All right, that's fine. This. All right. Oh. Looks like we only got one temple. The other temple did not spawn. I'm going to have to see why. It looks like this is Temple B. Let me take a look inside of Temple B real quick. All right. Not a bad looking temple. Alright, so you can see that even though this got enclosed, you can see that we ended up with a loop, which is actually an interesting occurrence, that this is actually not filled in. Now my other labyrinth, I think that I may have put it too close to the edge. So I'm going to scoot this one over, and I'm going to pull this one out a little bit and see exactly why it didn't spawn. So right here, I was starting at 25... at 525, so let me go up to 1025, and for this one over here I'm going to scoot it over more, so this is 50 and let me go to 70. Save. Oh, I guess you didn't just see what I just did right there. All I did was I came through and I just rearranged the size, so now I'm going to start this at 70 instead of 60, and I am going to start this at 10 instead of 5. Okay, let's go ahead and jump back over. Do another one. Another throwaway world. Let's get this there. Alright, still complaining. Huh. I'm going to have to check out why exactly is it wiping my other instance. I think actually it might be a setting, so I'm going to have to come back to that one. Let me look in here real quick. Ended up with another, oh, kind of a letter 6 right there. All right. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and end this video before it goes on too long. But generally, though, this is how we're going to link Labyrinth, even though it didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. I'm going to take a look to see why this Labyrinth is disappearing on me. And then I will pick up with the next video, in which case, actually, what I'm going to do next is I want to start filling in these rooms and show you how to do the map lots. So let's go ahead and end this video right here.